Greetings, greetings, greetings. What is going on? This is Courtney Rollins with the Life in Transitions Experts YouTube channel, Facebook group, podcast, and we are also live on Instagram. I just want to make sure I was up there. Yesterday, I talked for about 3 or 4 minutes before I realized that I actually wasn't even on the screen. So I just want to make sure I cross those T's and dot those I's, as they say. I'm also the founder and operator of Estate Pro Service LLC, where I help folks make the probate and estate planning process as easy as possible, easier for you, as well as generating income and wealth primarily through the real estate that's involved in the property. Most people have real estate, and when they pass away, their heirs are looking for solutions, whether they want to hold on to the property for themselves to keep it in their family. Perhaps they want to turn it into an asset and figure out how to turn it into a rental or lease it out on a note, or what options they have available there. Or perhaps they want a quick cash sale because they either need to pay for fees and bills and claims that are due to the estate, and or sometimes they just simply want to unlock the equity to get their sent to heirs so that they can use those funds for whatever projects they're doing in their life. I'm here to try to help as many ways as possible. In North Carolina, the probate process does not have to go through, does not, you do not have to use an attorney. Now, I highly recommend that you do find legal support and advice. And I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving legal or financial advice, but I do support or encourage you to do that. And in fact, if you need an attorney, feel free to reach out to me because I have a network of great attorneys that we can connect you with. But today we're going to look at some of the pros and cons of doing a probate on your own in North Carolina, since you don't necessarily need or you're not required to have one. What are some of the pros and cons? Just taking a quick step back. Was it probate? Probate, when someone passes away, there has to be a legal process of settling the affairs, their 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 assets, or the debt or claims, bills that they have in their name. There has to be a way to settle that. Now, I highly encourage and become my almost ministry to encourage folks to look at ways that they can do whatever they need to do legally to make sure they avoid probate for themselves and their family. We all, none of us get out of this life alive, and we all can do things right now to support our families, to support and protect our legacy, because probate can be very expensive. It can take a long time, and it's public, and it's up to the scrutiny of public records, and that can in itself cause a lot of issues. It can be helpful too because folks that are probate specialists like myself can reach out and provide support, but you are also subject to the public scrutiny. So there's tons of legal instruments, whether that's trust or using beneficiary designations, and just having that knowledge and then applying that knowledge is so important, and it doesn't take much. Again, reach out to me and I can leverage some of the relationships I have and give those to you so that you can make this process easier. Even if you have a will has to go through the probate process in almost every case. So let's take a look, okay? One of the pros, usually by and large, you're going to save money, unless you end up doing something wrong, which end up costing you more in the end. But you're going to save money. Usually, working with an attorney is going to be um, you're going to save money if you're doing it on your own. But that's one pro possibly. Another pro is you have complete control. Now, with that control comes great responsibility. So again, every pro has another side or aspect of it, depending on your experience and your yeah your experience right there. And well, another pro, I mean, everything could be a learning opportunity. So it's an opportunity to grow and to learn and to figure out that you do not want to do this, go through probate again for your family, so you can help your family members all set themselves up so that they don't have to do this in the future. So those are some of the pros. Cost effective, you have control, and you learn about the probate process. Now, some of the cons: probate can be complex, especially if the estate is large. I help people all the time do accounts, and final accounts can get. I mean, I'm not really a numbers guy, and unless if God bless the folks who are bookkeepers and accountants and folks who love running those playing those numbers, it can be complicated. Not only that, it can be complicated with the relationships that you're going through with love family members. We know that sometimes when someone passes away, some very complicated things can happen in family when it comes to relationships and all that. So it can be complex. There's also, again, I actually kind of hints to it, that the emotional burden, it can be taxing doing it on your own while also processing the loss of a loved one. Even if someone isn't a loved one, there's emotional burden to actually having the fiduciary responsibility. Because if you don't do it right, then you are held liable uh, by the state you live in, particularly in North Carolina. So those are something to consider. Again, lack of legal knowledge. The attorneys earn their money because they have the knowledge and skills, specifically if they are in the probate space. And so that's the reason that they get paid the big bucks. So lack of legal knowledge could get you in trouble. So that's one thing to consider. And then there's, oh well, boom boom, two time consuming and potential disputes. I meant to go all fancy one at a time, but it can be time consuming if you're doing it on your own. And that's one of the reasons that putting it to someone else and you getting on with life can be very helpful. And avoiding probate is also very helpful for you and your loved ones. And again, I did hint at it, but the last one, potential disputes. There could be some challenges that could happen, and if you're not protected legally, then it's there's the issues there. So if you look at those, these are just, from my humble opinion, it does to me make more sense if it's a more complicated estate to find an attorney. Feel free to reach out. Like I said, I can offer you some referrals. But if you want to do it on your own, feel free to reach out as well. I don't give legal or financial advice, but I do share my opinion, share my experience. Full, disclaimer, and it has helped people do the process on their own. All the time just supporting people in that way, and I'm more than willing to do that. My information is down there at the bottom. Courtney at estateproservice.com. You can check out estateproservice.com to see what we do and how we might be able to support you. It's like the hub and the wheel where we have either people on my team or I'm on part of people's team that can help make this process a lot smoother. Yeah, so that's it. Would love for you to hit the like and subscribe to help me reach many more people out there to see how we can be able to help people be educated about avoiding probate as well as how to get through it if they're going through it. All right. I'm Courtney Rollins with the Life and Transitions Experts YouTube channel. That's LITE. Let your light shine. Cheers.